Hello, welcome back to Glenleathann. I've just been up to the livestock dealers, and I've grabbed ourselves another 12 of the, well, not another 12. We have 12 of the stone goat. There we go. Oh, so so we now have 12 in this side and 12 in this side. As you can hear, I am still full of cold and all sorts of nastiness. So, yeah. So 12 more in there. I did get another field scan, the soybean field up yonder that needs spraying for herbicide. I have got that. Just what goats did I have in here? These were the MilkThatHen or whatever they call it, yeah. I want to diversify. I want different flavoured goats. You know, I want goat curry and goat jambalaya and oh. So at the end of the last I think it was the last episode, I was messing around with this and I said that I'd added what did I add? Oats and stuff to the feed mix for goats, which I had, but for some unbeknown reason it decided to add feed mix to, I don't know how to describe it. So I added oats and barley and whatnot to every slider for Maize Plus. It's about 10,000, I'm going to call it. The same as grass conditioned and whatnot in the animal feeds extension thing. And then when I add grass conditioned, it adds a little bit to there, a little bit to there, and a little bit somewhere else. When I added the oats, if I added 1,000 oats or whatever it was, I added 2,700, I can't remember. I added the oats anywho's, and for some reason it would put the same amount in every category. So although I'd only added 2,000 litres, the computer said I had 8,000, which I didn't. So what I've now done is I've added, I know I'm going to put grass in. I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to add some grass. They're going to eat the grass on the floor anyway, so I might as well give a bit of something, right? So what I've done, if I go into the animals, wherever they've disappeared to, here. So, where's my mouse? I hate it when the mouse does that. There we go. You see, it's added a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. I add oats to it, it adds it to everything. Don't know why. So what I've done is the roughage, we're going to stick with hay pellets. The protein, I'm going to go for oats. Moisture food will be the sunflowers. I'm going to simulate that they're the black sunflower oil seed things for their fur, for their coat. And then the power food, we're going to add in barley. So that's oats, hay pellets, sunflower seeds, barley, if we do it all separate. We could always just buy sheep feed and pretend it says goat feed and it will do the same as this. We could pretend it was a mixture, if you will. So what I did for these guys and these guys, and then you already saw me do it for those guys, is I've added a little bit of no, they ate the grass, that's right. But these two, I've added in about 10,000 litres of the grass conditioned, just to get them started. There's a little bit of something there, should they choose to want to be eating it, and it's their prerogative, should they choose to do so. Now, oh, my nose is all squeaky again. Now the reason this kitten has got a course over yonder. I'm going to grab the massing for a second. The reason that kitten's got a course over yonder, and the reason that actually no, I've already shut auto drive, is because I've made a little auto drive route round our yard, literally just round the yard. It goes in the bunker side and back again, but it's literally, if I've got nothing in there, it's literally just in our yard. There we go. Because I was going to get him, her, them. Oh, I hate it when it does that. There's a couple of thousand. There we go. To collect the grass and then just go and sell it because it's null and void, shall we say. But what I found out is that you can actually, I don't use Maize Plus very often, as you can tell. You can actually re-ted that, and then as a result of re-tedding it, I can get hay, and the hay I can pop into our production. We'll add oats into there. There we go. So they've all had a basic start by eating the grass, let's say. There is a little bit of food in there, and then the rest of the feed we are going to make. Now, as I say, the soybean field does need spraying, and yeah. And I've been thinking, I want to go slightly more old school with our machinery. If that makes any sense to anyone. Why would you want to go old school? I can hear people saying it. Now, I'm going to try to keep... Oh, I've still got the fuel scanner on now. Yeah, I have. I'm going to try, if possible, to keep a similar horsepower requirement thing. I'm not saying I'm going to switch out everything for old school stuff, but this has got 258.2 hours on it, and anything like my voucher that I have on Attingham, once you get to, you know, 60-70 hours, you are going to be constantly repairing, and therefore it doesn't warrant keeping it. I mean, I still have the voucher, don't get me wrong, I still have the voucher. The only reason I still have that is because that was the tractor I started with, so I'm keeping it. Now, I'm not adverse to selling this. Like I said in the last episode, I mean, I've already sold and switched out the grain trailer. It's not particularly old school, I know, but it is what it is. Now, I'm going to switch this out. We're going to probably keep the weight. I don't think weights have changed all that much. I apologise for the lag, I have only just switched on my PC. It's been on for as long as I've been recording. I literally switched it on, hit record. No, I didn't. I switched it on, I loaded FS. I pointed the fan at myself because my room is ridiculously hot today for some unbeknown reason. And again, I don't feel all that great. My allergies are proper getting me down. I can't breathe very well, my asthma's playing up, my chest is hurting, my face hurts, the amount of congestion in my sinuses is started to get unbearable. Let's be honest, it's started to get unbearable. So, the plan for today is we're going to re-ted that conditioned grass into hay. I did think about semi-dry and all that malarkey. Now my nose is squeaking. But I don't think I'm going to. Because I'm not. I've got Maize Plus installed, not because of not because of the realism aspect of triple tedding grass. And don't get me wrong, that is a awesome feature, and I may do that at some point. But I'm not all that au fait with Maze Plus. I have dabbled, but I have no disturbed simulations. I've had a flick through the PDF, and it was literally that. I started at page 1, I grabbed hold of the mouse wheel, and I scooched up and down until I found the bit I wanted about animal feed. I read that bit, and I closed the PDF. I am not going to lie about it, that's as much as I've read. I would rather watch videos by the farming agency guys and Disturbed and other persons for which are using the Maze Plus. If that makes any sense to anybody, that's just how I roll. I'm more of a visual, show me what to do and how to do it. Academia was never my thing. I am hands-on, you know, grab me a socket set, a ratchet and that sort of thing. That's me. Let me lay underneath my car and change the oil. I don't want to do an exam on it, just show me how to do it and I'll do it myself. Do you know what I mean? Haynes manuals were the bane of my life. Right, we're going to sell this. Repaint it, and then we shall sell that. It's not worth a lot, it's got some hours on it. Repair it, repaint it, and we're going to sell that. Right, so money is now up to 139, although it's not really, because we're going to replace that with a similar tractor, well, a similar horsepower tractor. Again with narrows. This is based on my conversation with Cavalier Roy. Mr. Cavalier Roy, I have read your last comment. I've just been so busy with the kids and school holidays coming up that I haven't had a chance to sit down and reply. I do apologise, I really do. But I have read it and I take everything on board. Yeah, so based on my conversation with Cavalier Roy, the small Fendt, the idea behind that is to, that was 142, this is 145. And the idea behind that was to do shunting, karting, little bits. Now this has got sexy narrow, this has got sexy narrows, as opposed to those skinny little prow wheels that I really, really don't like. Front attacher, accessories. What's accessory? Can anyone see what the accessory is? Oh, it's a grease gun in the back. Okay. Electronics. Ooh. Does it do anything at the back? No, it's just inside. It does. Do we want any form of electronics? Or should we just keep it really, really basic and old school? Should we just keep it basic and old school for now? And we may upgrade it at some point. I don't want a warning sign on there. Leave that as it is. I found with this one, the field attacher works well. So the trailer will hook here. Hang on, I need to move the screen back up. So the trailer will hook here with this on. If you don't, it tries to hook here, not there. Which is slightly annoying. No GPS, front colour. Does it mean... Oh, that little bit down there. I'm going to go for black. Cabin, grey or black. Let's just put some bead around it. Doors. I'll put a bead around that. No, it actually changes the colour of doors. Don't like that. Don't like that. And then the rim colour. We'll go for beige because it looks a bit more. Are they faded? I like the beige. Stairs, black or thing. Did that change anything at all on the stairs? No, leave it. So that's 21 grand. There we go. Where is it? It should be over there somewhere. New tractor. Still, I'm going to keep the weight, as I said. The next thing we are going to purchase, we need ourselves a new trailer now. Now, there's an old looking, which is a 4D modding mod. It's pretty expensive though, I think. There it is, 12 grand. It's going to break the bank, it really is. Continentals, truck duals. We're looking for some truck duals, old. Don't want that. Do we have a creel? What am I doing standard? There's 450 for one. Should we add one? No, I don't like the straw. Old wood. None of that's going to change because I got the old manky. It's got holes in, tight, beaten up. It was in the shed, all, you know. Plenty of colours for the Cisco silver. Right, we'll grab that. And then we need some herbicide. What have we got down here? So we have a sprayer. Right, we'll spray some herbicide with that. So we might have to get another tank. And then we have fertilizer lime spreader. Okay. So if we grab another one of those. Another one of those. And then need to grab some lime. With fertilizers, some seeds. And some lime. We'll grab 8 of those for now. I'm hoping the forklifts can better pick it up. That kitten. And chuck all that on this trailer. Please don't have straps. Yes. Of course it has. It's a 4D modding mod. Why wouldn't it have straps? Absolutely love this tractor. Reminds me of being a kid. I probably mentioned the farm we used to stay on as kids. Mostly Fords. Had a few of these. In fairness, he had a few of everything. He was that sort of farmer, you know. If it was going. You see, that connects nice. Without it, it doesn't seem to connect overly well. I don't have super strength on, do I? No. Yeah, he was that sort of farmer. If it was going and he could get one on the cheap, then that's what he'd buy. George, his name was. And he had a brother called Tom. Lovely, lovely men. Don't get me wrong, they were lovely men. George is sadly no longer with us. The last time I spoke to Tom was about 8 years ago, and he was a little under the weather health wise, so whether or not he's still with us, I really don't know. Did you hate you when that happens? There we go. Yeah, so I'm thinking of going completely old school with all our machinery and everything. I mean, I'm not going. I'm not going to go, you know, generation farming with Farm Sim Guy or back in my day or whatever you want to call it, or farming the decades with Disturb. That's not where I'm going with this. I do like older machinery. I think it's got more character. It had more personality. That being said, I'm with Disturbed on the new Deutz. I think they are some pretty tractors, the latest Deutz. I do like the Deutz Warrior, and I do like it in the matte green. That's one of my favourite colours, the matte green for the Deutz. Because, you know, well, it just is. It just is. You know what we could have done whilst we were down here messing around getting lime and stuff? We could have got a worker heading that field. Could we? Is this going to fit on there? Or why I got to bring the Fendt spreader here? We could come up with a Massey and then it would make a difference, wouldn't it? We may get 6 bags on. I'm not sure we're going to get all 8. We could put some on top of the IBC, I suppose. Well, that's be quite heavy. I mean, a lot of weight on the tongue of that trailer. It's this sort of stuff that I really enjoy. This loading rubbish. But not everybody enjoys this bit. But when it works, it works. When it doesn't work, it's a nightmare. I was loading bales on my bare bones challenge on Elm Creek the other day, and as soon as I got near the trailer, I bought the Flegel bale trailer in game one, because the old idea behind the bare bones challenge is to use as little amount of mods as possible, so we're allowed 5, I think it is, and 2 of my mods are the same thing. I've gone for the case 80 something, 8900 tractor, whatever it is, and with that separately you can get the front loader attacher and all that, so that's 2 of my 5 mods. Anyways, I digress. So I purchased this bale trailer, the Flegel in game, nothing fancy, just your bulk standard bale trailer. I scooch this forward without piercing the bags. I might be able to get the other 2 on. And I did go for a krill. And as soon as I got anywhere near the trailer with the bales, the trailer would roll. Well, not even roll, it just like slide sideways. I'm thinking I'm using base game stuff with base game equipment, nothing fancy. I got 5 mods installed, and yeah, you're still sliding away like I got some sort of mod conflict. It's like, seriously? You haven't sorted that out yet? Super annoying. I did get it all on. We're still going to have to come back for some seeds and stuff for, what do we need seeds for? Plotting. So, dirty old school trailer, which may or may not be now rubbing on the tyres because we've got a lot of weight on it and the tyres are chunky. Oh, listen to that, listen to that. It's nice. This trailer, should you choose to do so, is auto load. So yeah, which I don't have on. I don't plan on putting any bales on this. We're just going to keep this for, well, this. We'll grab, you know, fertilizer, seeds, that sort of stuff, and we'll use this tractor mainly for carting and spraying and all that good stuff. Yeah, not entirely sure how long I'm gonna run today. I don't feel that great. I haven't got I haven't got a video out for the last couple of days, and yeah, whatever has been going on, and all the stuff we've got going on at home, and my parents, and my wife's parents, and the boys, and now it's the summer holidays for the kids. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's just I'm hoping to get a bank of videos. So, you know, a couple of these ones, couple of Elm Creek, some more Attingham Park. I think I've sorted my field. It has taken me a good few hours. For the you that didn't see my Attingham Park video on the last episode, precision farming has broke the map. I say precision farming, that on organic farming. The whole point between myself and Wasteland was you weren't allowed to use any man-made fertilisers. It had everything be organic. So no herbicides, no fertilisers, that sort of thing. It was all slurries, manures, digestates. And my beet field. Once I ploughed the beet field, you know when you plough the field and the crop type disappears? So the crop type's no longer there. It's just like a brown, bit of a mini map, a brown square. Well, what had happened was, in places it had gone and in places it hadn't. So yeah, so that was annoying. And then there's another field which I had corn in, which was fully fertilised for corn. And then after I'd harvested the corn, well, I didn't harvest it, I chopped the corn and fermented the corn as silage. But once I'd done all that, now precision farming would let you believe, and Wasteland confirmed, I should have no fertiliser on that field. Yet my fertilisation state hasn't changed. It's still exactly where it was. I haven't fertilised that field. Yeah, I've got these horrible streaks of random redness that I could go over with my precision farming and my slurry, and I could go over the red in any form, shape, pattern, regardless of growth stage of the I left our weight at the store. Oh well, I have to go back for it. Yeah, regardless of growth stage, they won't go. I have these lines of fields that just haven't. Where have I put the sprayer? Around here. Yes. Right. There we go. turning circle on this isn't the best, and I'm hoping that this will run this. I haven't tested it, I don't know. I am just hoping that this little tractor will run this sprayer. I think I should check the horsepower requirement first. I don't foresee it. Wrong one. I don't foresee it. There is no, as long as it holds it right. I don't foresee it just pulling that along. Right, let's fill this one up. And then we'll spin round and fill the rear one up. Neither of them will be full, mind. Oh, it was 2,000 litres. I thought they were 1,000 each. I am such an idiot. Oh well. Let's fill this one up. Only going to be using this for spraying anyway, so all the fertilisation will be done with that kit, I would imagine, or something very similar to. Now, you were there with me, right? It definitely said narrows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this here for a second. We'll grab. Going to have to be the Massey because that's the next lowest horsepower tractor. Grab the Massey. You see, this is why you can do with a couple of small tractors. It's not always massive, all singing, all dancing tractors. Sometimes you just need a little one, or three. You could grab a Ford. Just a little Ford. There's a nice little McCormack Deering I like. We could grab that. So, rumour has it, I can now TED this. I'm not going to. I am going to get Courseplay to do it. 3, all that good stuff. This field. There we go. Close that. Start job. Just, I know he's not going to do much of anything on that first row, but he might find a bit like that I can pick up afterwards. Right, we'll get him doing his thing. For all of you eagle-eyed out there, I have reduced the payment for Courseplay, and he is struggling with this. Do any of you guys have that same problem? Or was it just me? As soon as I use Courseplay for the first time in a thing, it does this. Every time. It changes the gear shift, not even going to save. Changes the gear shift mode to either manual or manual with clutch. Oh, just me. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. So we will spray this field. Because why not? It's going to detrimentally affect our environmental score, but you know, is what it is. I need to spray it. This is what I've got. I did think about removing precision farming and just playing base game, but as yet I haven't. I'm hoping these narrows are narrows. You did see me pick narrows, right? Yeah, I do. It's got to go again, isn't it? Yeah. Thought it was. Let's get these weeds cleared. There we go. What are you thinking? One down, one up? Is there much point at this point, based on the size? Oh, come on, scooch over a bit. Based on the size of these weeds, have they already detrimentally affected the yield of the soybeans? Am I wasting money by spraying them off? Would I lose less money by just leaving them there? You see, these are the questions that keep me up at night. They don't, but they could do. So, yeah. So, I was going to buy a Renault at the beginning of this series. But the mod that I had found was awful. But these ones are lovely, lovely, lovely mods. If I remember who they buy, I shall let you know, but it escapes me at the momento. There's one thing I will say: the lock is rubbish. But then a lot of older tractors didn't have a very good lock. I mean, the Massey 135. I take it back. That's got a lovely lock on the 135. I may actually purchase a Massey 135. Not sure what I'd use it for. Carting the header around or something. It would probably run the tedder. Oh, get off the fence. You'd probably run the tedder, wouldn't it? The 135. Love that tractor. I would say that's one of my favourite tractors of all time ever, is the Massey 135. Now, each to their own, whether you like it with or without the cab, but I prefer it without the cab. Don't ask, it just looks more, I don't know. I prefer it without the cab. The cab looks like an afterthought, like, oh look, let's bolt on a cab, because that'll keep the farmer dry. Yeah, but it doesn't fit. Do you mean the 135 for its day is very rounded, very streamlined. It's a lovely, lovely looking tractor. And the cab they stick on it, square. It's a box. It's not even. Do you know what I mean? It's about as aerodynamic as a brick. But the tractor itself, you got the shell fenders, which are lovely and curvy. The front bonnet is curvy. The tank underneath, that's nice and it's domed. Well, not domed, but it's arched at the top, and it's lovely. And they go and stick that abomination of a cab on the top. Can you tell that I really don't like the cab? Can you also tell that I'm getting all worked up and I'm coughing more? It's a bit like those peoples who shall remain nameless who blame the world and every eco problem on farming and farmers. Those people need to do more research. I'm not saying that a cow burping in the field isn't contributing to the methane and the carbon footprint, because it is. But what's the carbon footprint of the disposal of 20 billion electric batteries when all these Tesla batteries come to an end? And what are they going to do with them? Are they recyclable? Where do all the components come from? Were they all manufactured in the same plant in the same place? None of them was shipped anywhere. You see these are the things that keep me up at night. So, yeah. It's like, you know, Amazon products. It will say something silly like, you know, 0 carbon footprint, the manufacture of this product, and then you open up the latest smart speaker device from the Amazon peoples, and it says hello from Seattle in the back. A lot of Microsoft stuff say exactly the same. Hello from Seattle. Yeah. 0 carbon footprint. What did it do? Swim across the Atlantic? Do you mean someone skimmed it like a stone, picked up the other end? I don't think so. These are the things we have to change. We need to get industry back into the countries. Bring it back. We're not saying, you know, we should start opening coal-powered this, that, rest of it, and bring the miners back. No. I'm not saying that. That's not it at all. But if people invested more in their product in the country that they wanted to sell it in, you know, build a production plant there, they wouldn't need to be shipped halfway around the world and say hello from Seattle in the back of it. It would say, you know, hello from wherever it's made. You know, most things these days say Taiwan on the inside, but do you see what I'm saying? It's those little silly things that really peeve me off. And then they go, if you give dandelion oil to cows, it stops them burping, and that will stop half the global warming. Yeah. You see, you know, 100 billion farmers worldwide are now stood there with droppers, feeding their livestock dandelion oil. The dandelion oil or daffodil oil? It was something yellow. It's like, seriously. You know, Dr. Frank, what's his face from The Simpsons? What he did? He stood there, going, "What you gotta do?" Yeah. Madness. No, that's my rant over with. I had a rant in the last episode about everybody playing on court farms, and I've had a rant about people ranting about farmers causing the world's, you know, ecological faults. It's all to do with livestock burping. I mean, what busybody went out to find out that daffodil oil or whatever it was reduces stomach acid in a cow and reduces the amount of burps? Why would you? There's enough red tape for farmers as it is. Don't give them extra things. There's more money that they have to spend on their livestock. And then people go, wow, British meat is expensive. Well, do you blame them? What do you mean? I can't foresee it being all that long. We'll be back to horse-drawn carriages, but there will be no horses because, you know, they leave muck everywhere and that's bad for the environment. So it'll just be carriages drawn by people, and we'll all have our own allotments again. It's just how I see it. Right. So that's going to go back in here. Have I got enough space to empty that? That's still full, so I'm going to say no. Can I get that in there? Well, I'm not going to have half enough room, am I? I have noticed I'm zoomed quite far out. Can I get it in? 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 No, didn't think I would. Oh well. It is what it is. I had a peruse online earlier in regards to the local agricultural dealers in my area and what brands it was that they were selling, because I was interested. a lot of what I see round by me are masses, class, and ultra is a lot of what I see around here. So I was just curious. Now, not a million miles from me is a John Deere dealership, which is pretty cool, right? Have a Deere dealership on my doorstep. Well, I think it's pretty cool. If you haven't noticed, this series involves me waffling on a lot. And it involves me waffling on a lot and just cracking on with what I'm doing. You just have to guess what I'm going to do next. Let's be honest. Just guess. Right. Let's get course. Should we get courseplay on this now, or should we wait for that guy to finish and then get courseplay on it? Probably should wait for that guy to finish. So we'll turn this guy off. Love that tractor. Watch out for the rake. Harpoon myself. We'll grab... I can't grab the Massey to take that stuff off because I got no way of grabbing it. We'll grab this guy. And we'll drop that off for now. It will scooch round here. Scooch round here. And it will scooch round here. We'll grab a hold of this kitten. My plan is to only prep or re-prep the fields after... I apologise for that, it made me feel sick. Re-prep the fields after I've harvested, cultivated, what do you want to call it? Once I've cut the grass or I harvested the wheat, so once I've harvested the soy, I will then... Oh, these are only 1,000, so I thought line carrying 2,000 bags. I think it does normally, but these are white. Right, this is posh lime. This is a little bit of your sexiness. We may have to buy some more lime, and like a lot more lime. We could, in fact, get a load of lime delivered, could we? But I like going and getting it. Yeah, that's about halfway. Oops. Yeah, so once the field's empty of crop, then we shall, I want to say, tard it up, get it prepped. I have noticed that I'm only on 3. Let's move that up to 6. So the field up yonder, the other 2 grass fields do need cutting actually. But again, this is where another tractor comes in handy. The Tedder ideally should be on a Renault. Although, how much is a little Ford? Or we could just have a monumental amount of Renaults. Is it Renault or Renault? I also Renault. Like Renee. That's, I don't know. It's just a little bit weird. So this is going to go nowhere, I would imagine. So we'll get this done. We do need to get... What do we need to get on here? Whatever's installable, drillable. I'm not entirely sure what is drillable at the moment, to be honest. So we need barley, hay, pellets, oats and sunflowers. And if we don't want to feed the hay, we can always feed corn. Although I am tempted to switch or add corn in the same place as the oats, so we can do oats or corn. At the minute, the oats are on their own and the corn is the same place as the hay pellets. So, is what it is. Ain't much I could do about it. It's a decent sized field. Is our seed drill a direct drill? I really don't know. I don't know. Does anybody else's precision farming window do the same as mine? It like gives up and then 30 seconds later it catches up. Was that just me? Don't know. Our worker D has completed their task. That's the tether, isn't it? I don't have any other workers going. It must be the tether. Would you say? Right, scooch around. Yeah. I'm actually surprised how far this lime's going. You watch it, it'll be gone now. Now that I've said that. Oh, fun times. So yeah, is what it is. I did think about actually just shutting up rather than you listen to my waffle. Just shut my trap and let you guys just listen to the tractor sounds and the game sounds. Now I watch a chap, Lee Wire, who does exactly that. So in the evenings when I got 5 minutes and I don't want to be bombarded, I don't want to have to think, I could just lay there, watch a bit of nothing, and yeah, he literally plays for like, he doesn't even do very long episodes. I think the longest I've ever seen him do is about 25 minutes. Now generally 5-6 minutes. Now we single jobs, a bit like my not furling. What did I do before furling? Was it furling? It was. Was it furling? St. Cali. Yeah, a bit like that. Where I would say, welcome to, and then I'll do one job. Today's episode, we are going to, bale the hay, and once the hay was baled, that was the end of the episode. And then the next episode would be, we are going to collect the hay. So he does videos like that, which I like that sort of video. I'm tempted to do more of them, to be honest. We're going to collect the hay. He picks all the hay up, puts it on a trailer, takes it to the farm, or the sale point, depending on where he's going with it. In the next episode, we're going to feed the animals the hay. And off he trots and feeds the animals. I think that is, yeah. I did do that with a live, no I didn't, I just did a one-off episode of Paloa. I absolutely love that map. I'm hoping that the new Giants, what do you call it, map? The expansion map. I think that one, I'm hoping that's going to be very, I don't want to say Polish, it's definitely Eastern European, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? The detail from what I've seen so far is, it's very, when I first saw the map, I saw the trailer and I saw the new Boyds, and, oh I did it, and all that good stuff. When I first saw all of that, my brain said, that's not a Giants mod. Do you know what I mean? That's not by Giants. They've had somebody in to do that. But like the pumps and hoses, you know what I mean? They got a creative mesh to come in and knock up the pumps and hoses. Which, in fairness, I've played with, and I have had a go on a personal save, but whoa, not sure what happened there. But I've not actually done anything in that respects on screen. It's so much of a faff, and I can't get the hang of it. I mean, I've seen people play with it, Wasteland, and it's a learning curve. Let's put it that way. It's not one of those things you could just jump into, I don't think. There's so many little bits you have to do, and yeah, I've got this horrible habit of, I don't know, going the wrong way across the field and the pipes disconnect, and you know, I'll add 20 pipes together, I've got a million miles, and the next time I go to do something, the pipe's disconnected, or get out with that. There's always something that seems to be wrong that I can't get my head around. Now, I know that's not reasonably old, but it is what it is. First waypoint, need no course. I thought I just set the course up for this. Maybe I didn't. 3 headlands, all that good stuff. I do like lands. Generate. This field? There you go. Close. That should be alright, shouldn't it? Start job. I've seen a few people's what's what I'm looking for? Tab. Not even tab, they double click with the mouse on the next tractor that's closest. And then they jump into that tractor. Now I know it's a courseplay mod, and it does say it on the description. Now you can use it as a separate mod. I've never got courseplay to do it in the first place, so as far as I'm concerned, it's always just been a separate mod. So, is what it is. Yeah, I need to go through the horsepower requirements of a lot of our machinery, and you know, I'm tempted to grab. I'm tempted to switch this out for the 3690. Is that right? I got those numbers right. 3670. I'm sure there was a 90, wasn't there? It was the Landini Ferguson mismatch. Sorry, just grab a drink there. Yeah, swap it out for that one. Oh, I do. Oh, I don't think I've got them installed. Well, I have. I don't think I've selected them. There is a selection of Massey. No, I haven't got them in it. Oh, they're in the small tracks, aren't they? I don't think I've got them installed. There's a selection of Massey's, the old generation drop bonnet type doohickey ones. I don't think I've got them in. Oh, have I? No, I haven't. I do have the 135. No. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the front. Look at the corners. Look at the aerodynamics. Look at the shell fenders. And then, where's it gone? Someone help me here. Shell fenders. Look at that. What? What? You can't stick a box on the top of that and think that looks pretty. I don't like flat top fenders. I like the round shell type fenders. Look. That, with all its curves, is a pretty tractor for its day. Horrendous. You broke it. gorgeous. Horrendous. You broke it. I'll change that to 135. No. Even the number looks sexy, don't it? Oh. Suits you, sir. I don't like the square fenders. Round ones. Look at that. What is not to like with that? That is a beautiful tractor. I may get one of those. It's not these ones. Not those ones. Just after these. Well, not on the list, obviously. While you're still looking, man. And there. I don't know what they are. I couldn't even tell you what they are. But they are some lovely tractors. Might switch that out. I was watching, because I hadn't seen it before, so I was trying to catch up. I was watching, where did we put the deer? Seriously, where is the deer? I'm going to move this out of the way first. I was watching Cavalier Roy's live stream of this before it was released, and he's complaining about the horsepower. Pardon me. Complaining about the horsepower requirement of the John Deere on the start farm on the hills, and I don't think he's got. He really likes that John Deere combine. Right, this guy. This is clearly our workhorse because it's the largest tractor. This will be our, well, this in fact would be the biggest. So it would be the workhorse of the farm. We can always sort this out for the 8900. Is it 8900? Is that what it is? I've got the 8900 installed. That's a medium tractor, isn't it? I've used it on Calmlands for a bit. Do you remember? 89. I've got that one by Ridiculous Dominic. 890 horses. Take it, we'll have two. This kitten. The 8110, 8410. So, if I went old school, it would be more that one, wouldn't it? That'll be the older equivalent. The 8410 for 261. Only 80 grand. I actually really like that tractor. I got that on Calmlands. Now I'm assuming I can just drop in loose hay into our production thing. I don't have to drop in baled hay. But if I want to drop in baled hay, I'm assuming I can. Not entirely sure if that's possible, but yeah. She's I want a trailer for this. Let's just what are we going to do in that other field, by the way? This one. Wheat, or we could do barley or oat. We do have some oats in storage. Not many oats. We'd have to do oat, wouldn't we? Plant oat in it again. Although we did oats last time. Barley then. It'd have to be barley. So, if we stop that for a second and then tab into the other tractor, I apologise. I don't. And then what field are we on? 46. We create a folder. Through 46. Save the course, and that's 8.6 windrow. I think that's right, isn't it? Sounds about right in my head. And then we jump back into the other one. You see, this is why I don't tab, it winds me up. Let me clear the current course on there, and then we load this course. And then nearest waypoint. We just set that off. Hopefully he will shout when he's full. Do you think? Let's just double check I haven't. Oh, go for that. And that's not on. Course player's not on. Okay. Yeah, I did have this set up. I know he's a bit far behind, but I want this guy to start doing his up and downs. Yeah, I did have it set up originally so that it would collect the conditioned grass and sell it. I wasn't aware that I could re-TED until it was pointed out to me, so yeah, is what it is. Where is this guy? Do you know, my brain's just gone, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes it does. Yes it does. I know what I'm doing. I think. I think I know what I'm doing. There we go, grab that. That's what I want that. And then we'll stop here. It's not quite. Repair that, repair that, and that doesn't even matter. There we go. I did do the John Deere off screen. That was all repaired. I'm guessing the Massey net wrap is pretty popular. Because all the guys that I've seen using net wrap are using the bright red Massey wrap. So I'm guessing that's pretty popular. Now the field we just limed, I'm going to mulch. Because I can. And then as soon as our silage wagon thing is full, we shall dash that into our pellet production, and then I may as well call this an episode. I'll get the rest of the field picked up and dropped in, and if I haven't finished this by then, I'll finish this off, and I may very well get the other 2 fields of grass cut. I'm thinking I might bale one. Silage. I mean, I don't need grass silage, but I can bale it and flog it. It's an income, right? But the grass is just sat there. I am thinking we're going to need less grass fields and more arable fields. So at the moment we have 3 of each, I think it is. I'll double check. There we have 3 of each. So I'm thinking maybe these 3 will be arable, these 2 I'll leave as grass. Or something to that effect. Or I might just buy another field. But I'm not sure that we need this much grass. All we're feeding is hay pellets. I mean, as I say, we can do grass silage. Grass silage? Or what are you going to call it? And sell it. Because we don't need it. So, don't know. That is an option. But whatever I decide to do off screen, I shall let you guys know. I've done X, Y and Z. Is what I'll say. I'll say I've sold everything. I'm moving to Barbados. Yeah, I'm really hoping to pick up some more speed with this series. I think I can't see. I think I can't see. Put your glasses on, man. I think this is something. I apologise for my mic, by the way. I have noticed that it keeps, like, I don't know. The gain isn't quite picking me up in time, and then it's sort of, I don't know. I think maybe because my room is so hot for some unknown reason. It hasn't been that warm today, but my room's really hot. I'm thinking that maybe it's picking up the fan, and because it's picking the fan up, it's trying to, I don't know, autocorrect, noise reduct, whatever you want to call it, and it's failing miserably. Do you see what I'm saying? It's cutting me out instead of the fan. But that's just what I'm thinking. Is what it is. But yeah, we'll run the mulch around this field. The next episode will be September 2, and we'll get this drilled and hopefully get the hay pellets done. We're probably going to end up buying a lot of the arable crops that we need for our goats in the first year, I would imagine, because those oats aren't going to cut the mustard for long. We've only got a few left. And oats are the big one, so we need more oats than anything else. So a decent sized field of oats, and maybe not this one, maybe one of that, well, maybe that one, field 44 will probably end up as oats. This will probably end up as barley. Can't plant oats till the soy's out. We don't even need soy, but it will bring in a few quid, so we'll keep it for now. So yeah, doing cut headlands on here. I'm hoping the forage picker-upper is picker-upper in. So yes, as soon as that's full, we'll grab that, drop it into pellet production place. I shall do some work off screen, clear that field, possibly cut the grass in the other 2 fields, or at least one of the other 2. And yeah, and go from there. Although I have sold like 3 loads of that conditioned grass, which is why money was up a little at the beginning of the episode, so I've sold some of that. I was trying to sort out my auto drive, so I've got a sell point set up for the Bales place, the Bales market thing, and I was trying to get that work with course place so it would collect and deliver, and all I'd have to do is sit with my feet up and manage my farm. And then I worked out the windrows in the wrong place, so that's why I've been tedded. Oh, There we go. It's full. Let's finish this bit off. Let's at least finish the head length off. I was tempted on like that there, and the muddy path coming up to the farm, to add in the mud system. I'm not sure if that's gonna annoy the inputs, field types. So chuck a few bits of mud on there, some mud on here, just so it looks a bit more, I don't know, it's just me being silly I suppose. Let's enter the vehicle. Let's get this cleared. I'm not sure why I scanned the beet field to spray herbicide. Did I need to do that? I don't know. Well, I did anyway. Done it now. Right. Let's get this hay in here. Now, as far as I'm aware, from what I can tell, I haven't tested this. I dropped this in the front. The guy with the gravel, by the way, said he's probably going to make it October time, but there's no definites. Right, so get the hay in there. And then once that's in, we shall jump into the menu. There we go, turn that off. Keep turning my tractors on and off, I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to or not. There we go. Hay pellets. 35,000 and 75,000, and it only holds 75,000. So we'll activate that. Nothing. One hay pellet. 2 hay pellets. Oh. Is what it is. Right, so that is now producing pellets. I'm assuming I can store said hay pellets in our silo. The fact that it's multi-fruit. I would assume that guy's finished. So let's drop him here. Actually, skip started back up. Last waypoint, start, which is about here-ish. So 2 of these trailers is going to overload that. So I'm hoping it produces pretty quick. Let's jump in here. Look at that. I am loving this tractor. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Loving it like that. Right. We shall stick this rake, as I've used it like 20 times, in the washer, and then we'll get it repaired. Right. There we go, you lovely people. I am going to leave it there for today. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Each and every one of you, please. Take care, and I shall see you all in my next adventure. Cheers, guys.